Regardless of Leeds United's drubbing, they remain in the top half. But losing 4-0 at home to Manchester United meant that on Monday, Howard Wilkinson was fired. The following day, George Graham's enforced sabbatical was over when he became the new manager of Leeds United. It's been a long wait for the former Arsenal boss, and Gary Richardson has been following the situation.
At his home in North London, George Graham has had a lot of time to reflect on his 9 years in charge at Arsenal. Until Tuesday of this week, he'd been out of work for 18 months. He was sacked by Arsenal at the beginning of 1995 after allegations that he took a bung in transfer dealings. He was banned from football for a year after a Premier League inquiry concluded that he hadn't acted in the best interests of the club. His record had been outstanding. He guided them to 2 championships, the FA Cup, League Cup twice, and the European Cup Winners' Cup. But in the summer, all that seemed a million miles away.
You don't have nightmares that you will spend 2 years tending your garden and football will have passed you by?
No. I think I've got too much to offer football. I think I'm in football management and coaching. I think that's my strengths. As I say, I think I'm good enough to take a big job on. Even alone my garden, I love my garden, and it helps me. This brings out my creative instincts here that I can't bring out in the training pitch just now.
Confident talk which proved to be spot on. George Graham was appointed manager of Leeds on a 2.5-year contract. A new manager for a club which only 4 years ago under Howard Wilkinson had won the championship. High success.
Success. What is the definition of success? To different clubs I think it means different things. I think to some clubs being in the Premiership would be success.
But to get rid of him does seem extraordinarily hard given his record. Do you not agree with that?
I do agree, but the point is that this is a big club and therefore the demands are high from both the club and from spectators. And the measure of success at clubs like this, fortunately or unfortunately at the end of the day, is silverware.
And it wasn't felt that this season he was going to do any good, really?
Well, in the eyes of the people that make the decisions at this club, that is obviously so, yes. He actually said to me when it was all over, can you get the staff together please so that I can just say my farewells to them. And I personally believe, and I think everybody in the club believes, that he left this club with a great deal of dignity. In what was a trying, very emotional day, he stood his ground and he did what he felt he had to do, and I think the staff will not forget that.
There were a few tears at that meeting, were there?
Many tears, yes.
A new era then. George Graham had turned down a chance to manage Manchester City. So why Leeds?
Well, I remember the famous Revy side, and one of the best sides I've ever seen.
To say that Leeds are playing with Southampton is the understatement of the season.
I remember Wilkinson, win the championship with another excellent side, and I saw how Leeds and Ellen Road were so passionate, and I thought, well, this is a big club, and especially if you can get them on the winning track again. If I can do that, Leeds will be buzzing again up there at the top of the division.
Because you were so successful at Arsenal, supporters and the board at Elland Road are going to expect you to be successful here, and probably successful instantly, aren't they? What do you say to them?
I would say I would disagree with that, because I think I've always believed the overnight success, it's a saying, it's not reality. I don't, in any walk of life. It's what people put in the background, it's the homework they do, it's the base, the foundation that they lay, and that takes time.
Come next May, what would you have liked to have achieved? What would be the realistic thing that you will have done here?
I would like to think I would give the fans and everybody at the club hope that we're sort of building something. I would like to think that the fans will see the players give 100%. The attitude will be right. I'll be after the top quality players. Hopefully I'll have a good start by the end of the season, that the fans will say, we've got hope, we're going to do something next season.
Good to see you back, and you're happy to be back.
I'm delighted to be back, yeah. I mean, I've lost my voice already, That's the signs of, enjoying your coaching, working mornings and afternoons. Yeah, it's great to be back. I mean, the players were delighted when I said to them, listen lads, I've enjoyed it that much, I want to come back this afternoon and train more. And the lads were delighted. I've never seen such happy players, And I hope you don't believe that.
Good luck in the job.
Okay, thank you.
Well, George Graham's smiling, and you've worked for both managers, Howard Wilkinson as well, of course. Let's start with Howard. It's only 4 years since they won the championship. You played there. Where did it go wrong?
I think from there you were to build on things once they won the championship, but it went down steadily. I think at the end of the day you judge on the players you bring in to take it on even further, and I think the players Howard brought in just didn't work out for him. I don't think Cantona selling him either, and the way he's gone on to the success at Manchester United has done him any good. I liked working for Howard. The two people we're speaking about, George and Howard, I regard as my friends in football. I think Leeds deep down though did need a change. I think
Timing's odd, though.
Yeah, I thought deep down that Howard would go in the summer, and I think at the end of the day I thought it'd be good for Howard, because I don't think the fans, they decided by then. Once I seen then he stayed on, I thought, and the new people were letting him spend money to buy new players, that they were going to give him a go, and I could not believe that all of a sudden he hasn't got off to a bad start. He got a bad defeat last week, and I was shocked when I heard at the start of the week he'd gone.
So George Graham comes in. What are his priorities? Tighten the defence, I suppose.
Of course, but like any team, you know, any good team, the Manchester United, anybody, you build from the back. You don't give anything away there, and George has got to do that. He's very good at doing that type of thing. But he's got to go in there, assess the squad. I think what it's come out is that he's got a lot of injuries, but long-term injuries. So he's got to look at the young players there. Howard's left him with some good young players, and he's got to try and introduce them. And at the end of the day, I'm sorry for Howard that he's gone. I think it was the right decision, but I think they've got a fantastic manager who will be a great success for them.
He's also got to sort out his backroom staff. Stuart Houston, it looks like he's going to manage QPR. You've been linked with the job yourself. We saw you arm in arm with him there with the FA Cup. Are we going to see a new partnership?
I've got to tell you about arm in arm. I came down the steps from that game after winning the FA Cup, and he told me I could go from Arsenal then, so that's George. But I would like to get back into football, Gary. The jobs I've had offered since I've been out haven't suited me, and the people I've sought advice in that time have been the managers we're speaking about here. I would love to get back in with the right opportunity. Everybody's linking me with Leeds, but as I say, I haven't spoken to George Graham about it, but he would be a fantastic man to work for. It'd be a great learning process in many ways.